Sixers organization is not only angering Sixers fans, but is now starting to anger the people of Philadelphia as a whole. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about 76th Place, the proposed $1.3 billion new arena that is set to take over after the lease is up on the Wells Fargo Center. Now, this new building is set to be open in 2031 and is set to be located on Market Street between 10th and 11th, which is right in the middle of Center City. Now, you might be wondering, why are we talking about this if it won't be open until 2031? Well, the opposition has started. The opposition has actually started last year when this was announced. This isn't typically an issue we talk about on this channel. Typically, we are talking more NBA rumors and trade reports, and currently it's been a lot of James Harden drama. However, I did think this is a really, really important issue because it affects the lives of Philadelphians, and it also is affecting how many people are going to be attending games in the future, whether you are a suburban fan or a city fan. I did mention this whole issue on my very first video on this channel, so if you want to check it out, definitely do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. However, to recap, I talked a lot about the Chinatown protests because the people of Chinatown have a lot of stake in this, because where this proposed building would be located is right on the border of Chinatown. Also, definitely shout out to this sign. This is my favorite from this picture. The last time I personally was in Chinatown was about a few months ago, and I did see a lot of signs from the local businesses saying that they do oppose the arena, and Billy Penn of WHYY has been doing really, really good coverage on this whole thing and have been mapping out the timeline of everything that's happened. So in March, they report that the Philadelphia Chinatown Development Corporation finds that 93% of business owners, 94% of residents, and 95% of visitors oppose the arena, all due to the fear that it's going to affect local businesses. Too much foot traffic could deter people from going into Chinatown and spending money at the local businesses, and additionally raising prices of the homes and apartments there and displacing longtime residents. So there's a lot of grievances to be had. I personally do support the protesters, and I do think that this arena is a terrible, terrible idea. I got more into the logistics about public transit last time, about how, Philadelphia, while we do have public transit, is not up to the standards of New York, because a lot of the references are that this arena would be like a Madison Square Garden, right in the center of the city. You can get to it very easily via public transportation. However, that's just not the case for Philadelphia. A lot of our fans are suburban and typically would drive in. And additionally, this to me seems like if it's not broke, don't fix it situation. Philadelphia is lucky enough to represent all 5 major sports, and we have this wonderful sports hub in South Philly that has plenty of room for parking and is accessible via public transit. Now, I believe that going to any game is really, really fun in Philly because everything does feel super, super connected because all of the arenas are in the same place. Sometimes you even might be going to a Phillies game and there's a Sixers game at night, and you kind of get the excitement from that, which I think is a super unique experience. And again, not every city can say that they are represented in baseball, soccer, football, hockey, and basketball. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. However, the reason that has been cited for this new arena is, one, again, they have dreams of making this more like a New York experience, and Philadelphia is not New York. It will never be New York. I really do not agree with that. But another reason that's cited is apparently there is a rift between the Wells Fargo Center owners and the owners of the Sixers organization, and that they have not come to an agreement on renewing the lease at the Wells Fargo Center. So, apparently nobody in this that's at all related to this franchise knows how to make deals or learned how to negotiate, because the solution was just build a brand new arena that costs $1.3 billion. Now, Philadelphia residents will be happy to hear that no taxpayer dollars will be put into this arena, and that the franchise itself will be paying for the whole thing. However, while that is a sigh of relief for people, I think that if taxpayer dollars were being put toward this stadium, people would be even more up in arms about it than they currently are. However, I do still see a lot of problems with this whole proposal. We do have a really good timeline here, again, from Billy Penn of WHYY, and so there won't be any physical changes until 2026. However, this issue is going to be a very slow-moving issue, and I do want to give major updates when they are available. Again, we don't really typically talk about stuff like this on this channel, but I do think this is super, super important because it literally changes the geography of the city, and it's going to change the perception of the organization if the citizens of Philadelphia are angry with this change, and it seems that a lot of people are, and they have very valid reasons to be. So definitely let me know what your guys' thoughts are. How does this affect you? Do you live in the suburbs and drive to games? Are you a Philly resident? Are you a Chinatown resident? Definitely let me know in the comments below. And just briefly, I also wanted to bring this up. There have been some signs floating around, like these little door signs that say that are in support of this new arena, and it's to say "Save East Market Street," which just to me seems very tone deaf, considering all the opposition is saying to save Chinatown and to save these local businesses. However, it just seems very tone deaf, and there's really nothing to save about Market East. I mean, it's literally one of the most busy, populated areas of the city. It is literally center city, so I'm not really sure what they're going for this, but there will be updates. I know that the builders are trying to at least alleviate some of these grievances and saying that they are going to have local businesses actually work in the arena. However, I don't know how reliable that information is, if they'll really pull through with this. And again, this issue does seem super, super far in advance, so we're going to be getting updates on this possibly years in the future. But definitely, again, let me know what you're thinking. Do you support this new arena? Are you against it? How does it affect you? Are you just a fan from abroad who isn't affected but has an outsider opinion? Definitely let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!